Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on the San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news now. If you've been following the 49ers this season, you know it's been a roller coaster. The team, despite facing numerous obstacles, has managed to stay undefeated at 3-0, which, let's be honest, is no small feat considering the adversity they've faced. This team, under the leadership of head coach Kyle Shanahan, has shown resilience, grit, and a relentless desire to win. But as you all know, in the NFL, one injury can change everything. And unfortunately, that's exactly what happened recently to one of their most vital players, Nick Bosa. You see, Bosa left the game against the Arizona Cardinals in the first quarter with what looked like a serious knee injury. The scene was tough to watch. Bosa, the reigning NFL Defensive Player of the Year, walking into that blue medical tent with a look of frustration and pain, really sent shockwaves through the 49ers fanbase. And even though initial reports suggested that he might have dodged a season-ending injury, the news that came out the following day was devastating. It turns out that Nick Bosa tore his ACL, and not just any ACL tear, but the same knee he injured back in 2020. This is a huge blow to the 49ers, guys. For those of you who follow the team closely, you know Bosa's impact on this defense. He's not only a sack artist, but he's also the heart and soul of that pass rush. His ability to pressure quarterbacks, set the tone for the entire defense, and make game-changing plays has been extraordinary. In fact, Bosa has accumulated 64.5 sacks over his career in just 85 games. That's an incredible number, especially considering he's only been in the league since 2019. His presence on the field commands attention from offensive lines, often freeing up other defenders to make plays. Losing him for the season is a huge setback, especially with the 49ers pushing hard for a deep playoff run and potential Super Bowl appearance. This injury, of course, leaves a massive hole in the 49ers' defensive front, especially in their pass rush. And that's where the team's management and coaching staff really need to get creative. You see, Nick Bosa's production over the years has been nothing short of elite. In 2022, he led the league with 18.5 sacks, and in 2019, he was named the Defensive Rookie of the Year, an accolade that speaks volumes about his talent and potential. His 5 Pro Bowl selections and All-Pro honors further highlight just how pivotal he's been for this team. So, replacing that kind of production isn't simple. It's not like plugging in any random player. It's about finding someone who can step up and provide similar pressure and leadership. The good news is that the 49ers are known for their smart roster management and their ability to adapt quickly. They've got some promising young pass rushers, but they also need to look beyond their current squad. The team will likely explore options in free agency or through trades, and one name that has been floating around as an intriguing option is Shaquil Barrett. Now, Barrett is a veteran player with a proven track record, even though his recent seasons have been somewhat less dominant than in his prime. After spending 5 seasons with the Denver Broncos, Barrett was released in March 2024 to free up cap space. Subsequently, he signed with the Miami Dolphins, but that stint was short-lived, and he announced his retirement in July of that year. However, Barrett's story doesn't end there. Towards the end of the 2024 season, he applied for reinstatement from retirement, and by December, he was back in the league, signing once again with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He saw some action in the season finale, just 12 snaps, and played 5 snaps in the playoff game against Washington. While his sack numbers have dipped over the past 3 seasons, only 7.5 sacks in that span, Barrett was one of the NFL's top pass rushers from 2019 through 2021. That 2019 season, for example, he racked up an incredible 19.5 sacks, and he finished with 37.5 sacks across those 3 seasons. He was named to 2 Pro Bowls and made the second-team All-Pro twice, so he's a proven commodity when it comes to rushing the passer. And let's not forget, Barrett isn't just about sacks. He's a leader, a seasoned veteran who understands what it takes to succeed at the highest level. He's also a two-time Super Bowl champion, which speaks to his experience in clutch moments and high-pressure situations. His presence in the locker room can be invaluable for a team chasing a championship, especially one that's missing a player like Bosa. Sure, he may not be at the peak of his powers, but he still has enough in the tank to contribute significantly. What makes Barret an even more attractive option is his versatility. He can line up on either side of the defensive line, and his pass-rushing moves are still effective. The 49ers, with their aggressive style of defense, could benefit greatly from his experience and leadership. Bringing in a veteran like Barret could also provide a much-needed boost to the depth of the pass rush, which is essential during the playoff push. And let's be honest, when your team's star pass rusher goes down, you need someone who can step up immediately, and Barrett's history of production suggests he's capable of doing just that. Looking at the bigger picture, this situation underscores the importance of depth and resilience. The 49ers have been so successful this season because they've managed to overcome injuries, even losing key players like George Kittle, John Jennings, and Brandon Ayuk at times, and still come out on top. But losing Bosa is different. It's a game changer. The team now has to rally around this adversity, adapt their game plan, and find new ways to generate pressure on opposing quarterbacks. This is where coaching and leadership become even more critical. Kyle Shanahan's scheme has always been adaptable, and his ability to develop players and get the most out of them is well known. But now, it's about finding that extra edge, that spark that Bosa brought every game. Whether it's rotating players more frequently, adjusting schemes, or bringing in a seasoned veteran like Barret, the 49ers will need to be at their best over the coming weeks. The NFL is a league that demands depth, resilience, and a bit of luck, and the 49ers are no strangers to overcoming obstacles. And of course, fans are wondering what this means for the team's playoff aspirations. The NFC West is still a competitive division, and with the San Francisco 49ers leading at 3-0, everyone expected them to be one of the favorites to go deep into the postseason. But the loss of Bosa could shift some of those expectations. The defense, which has been one of the league's best, now faces a test like never before. Can the remaining pass rushers step up? Will the coaching staff find new ways to pressure quarterbacks? And will the addition of a veteran like Barret provide enough of a boost to keep the 49ers in championship contention? These are questions that every fan and analyst is asking right now. It's also worth mentioning that the 49ers front office has a history of making smart moves under pressure. They've built a roster that emphasizes versatility and depth, which is why they're still considered one of the top teams in the league despite this setback. The team's defense has been historically strong, with Nick Bosa's dominance playing a big part of that. Now, with the challenge presented by this injury, it's about rallying together and showing the league that they can overcome even the toughest adversities. The leadership on this team, from players to coaches, will be tested in the coming weeks, and how they respond could define their season. Looking ahead, the 49ers will likely continue to evaluate their options in the free agent market and possibly explore trade opportunities. Securing a player like Barret, who still has something to offer, makes a lot of sense. His experience, leadership, and pass rushing skills could be exactly what the 49ers need to fill that void. Plus, his familiarity with the NFC West and playoff environments could help him integrate quickly into the team's scheme. The coaching staff will also need to adjust their game plan, perhaps emphasizing more coverage and less blitzing. But most importantly, they'll need to rely on their collective effort to compensate for the loss of Bosa. The storyline here isn't just about one player or one game. It's about resilience, adaptability, and the relentless pursuit of excellence that defines the San Francisco 49ers. This team has a rich history of overcoming adversity, and this season, they'll need to draw on every ounce of that resilience. Fans can take heart knowing that the organization has the resources, the talent, and the leadership to navigate this storm. And while the loss of Bosa is a significant blow, it's also an opportunity for others to step up, for the team to show its depth, and for the coaching staff to innovate and push the limits of what's possible. In the end, what matters most is how the 49ers respond to this challenge. Will they rally around their fallen star and elevate their game? Will the new additions and the remaining pass rushers step up and make a difference? That's what makes following this team so exciting: the unpredictability, the drama, and the sheer determination to win no matter what obstacles come their way. For all the fans out there, this is a defining moment for the 49ers. It's a test of character, of leadership, and of the team's ability to adapt and thrive in adversity. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on Bosa's injury and the potential addition of Shaquil Barrett? Do you believe the team can overcome this setback and make a deep playoff run? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news. Thanks for being part of this incredible journey with us. Until next time, keep the faith and let's go Niners.